What's up with DAT? D-A-T. Digital asset treasuries are fading, and they're fading fast. People like Tom Lee, Michael Saylor, Strategy, all the rest of it, failing fast. Money is leaving crypto faster than someone sliding off a slide. Not a good analogy. Anyway, right now, today, just in 24 hours, $1 billion of liquidations. People chasing, always overpaying, not understanding the value of crypto, getting wiped out, and they won't be back anytime soon. 1 billion. It's the highest since March. One of the worst in history has happened today. But it's quiet. It's behind the scenes. No one's paying attention to it, apart from all the noise on X again telling everyone today to buy your Bitcoin, buy your Bitcoin, buy your Ethereum, buy your XRP before it's too late. However, you all know I trimmed and now institutions are following me. DAT. What's up? What's wrong with DAT? Okay. What's up with DAT? We'll talk about it right now, and I'll also tell you where the smart money's going, where my money's going, and where to find the best stock at the moment. I picked it again. I bought it at the bottom, and I'm up now 26% in 3 days. And I don't have to sell this either. It makes perfect sense. All right, it's a short broadcast, but let's get into it. So what is DAT? DAT is digital asset treasuries set up on the back of crypto, and it made us think that there's something new and exciting. You didn't just have to own Bitcoin, crypto, Ethereum, XRP. You could buy an ETF or you could buy a treasury. Well, many people are saying, well, it's okay, don't worry, it's all part of the normal plan of things, because in October, as always, in history, October is the best month of the year for crypto. Well, I've got no crystal ball. I have no idea if that's going to happen again. However, things this time are very different. We've now got government control. I like to call it control rather than adoption. It is government control now. Very, very different. Most people who entered crypto didn't want government adoption, let alone government control. Now they've got that. And the irony of it is they're all betting on ETFs, and they all bet on treasuries as well. And all of these are failing. Where is the money going? I'll show you right now. Please tap the like button if you'd like to support the channel, and consider subscribing as we aim to be the first 1 billion channel in the world. It'll take me 15 years to get there. I've already created the post on my channel. I can only go 2 years out. It won't let me go further than that, but I've already got it planned on the date and everything. So I've got some top picks here for you, and I'm going to show you where the money is going. The money is leaving crypto, $1 billion today. That's just liquidations. Others are taking their money out, starting to think that the strategy doesn't actually work. And where's the money going? Well, I told you about a year ago that my top picks were energy, next era energy, end-phase energy, and nuclear energy. Many of you have mentioned in the comments, thank you for bringing me the nuclear stocks I did. Money is going into nuclear energy very, very quickly. Because at the end of the day, people are just interested in making money. They don't really have any allegiance to anything. They just want to make some money. And if crypto promises more money, they'll go there. But when it starts fading, they'll leave quicker than something sliding off a slide. I just got to come up with a better one. It's rubbish, that is. But at the end of the day, people are taking their money and now they're buying power energy stocks. I said this a year ago. This is where the money would go. Now, a couple of those are Wolf, W-U-L-F, or you might prefer the ETF, XLU. Let's have a look, first of all, XLU. This has been rising, and no one's been really paying attention. It's a good utility here, an ETF, rather than just an individual stock. But this is the sector that is rising, because Jensen today has announced big plans with AI, and there's just simply not enough power to power it. Now we know that AI has still plenty of room to run. We've already analysed that, but there's not enough power to power it. So the money is going into power. So utilities select sector. I like this one. I thought I'd bring this one to you. It's a safe way of buying the sector without having to individually pick stocks. But also one that's standing out to me is this one. WULF, Wolf, Terra Wolf. We're giving it a hold, a strong buy and a hold from my ratings grade. At the moment, valuation is bad. It's expensive. More and more people are flooding into this, but growth is A+, so it can support the valuation. Profitability is F. A lot of infrastructure, a lot of building out. Now, this is not a short-term investment. This is a long-term investment. We're talking multi-decades. Now, for people who are 50, 60, this might not be for you, but if you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and you are happy to invest long-term, this could be the next big play. So this is my thoughts. Momentum is A+, and revisions is C+. If we look at the short interest, 25 times earnings, 25%. So it's very, very excessive short interest because that's because of the speed of it's going up and people are trying to short it. I think it's futile, but this is what people do this is crazy, really. United States, there's nothing united about it. We're building a great American business here to power great American businesses, and people are trying to short it to bring it down to make money for themselves. I just find that whole concept, it bewilders me. I've never shorted a stock and I've never understood it. But anyway, there is Terra Wolf. Now I've got another one where I see the money going, and I was dead right on this one again. It was EVTL, Vertical Aerospace. I bought this a few days ago. I told you when to buy it, why I'm buying it. I told you about the MI5 agent. I told you about the amazing American investor that I want to get on the show, as well as the MI5 director and the CEO. And this one here is up crazy. It's up already 27% in just a few days. 27%. Now, we expected this to go up. Some of my critics have already said, Martyn's going to dump it. No, I'm not. This is a 20x. This is the sort of stock you can put a very small investment in. I put in $1,000, that's all, $200, but I own the business. No interest in trading. I like everything about the business, and this one is a 20x or nothing. Unless the story changes and the business structure change, I'm going to run this up to a 20x. And of course, that would be $20,000 from $1,000. That would be great. And that's where I see it going. So I don't need to chase it. I don't need to add any more. I can buy a very small amount. And I bought this at the bottom. I detected it and said this was the bottom, and we're up 27%. Now, do understand that this is a high-risk stock, hence the 20x. It can go back down again. People will take profits. I won't. I will simply buy more if it goes back down there again. If it goes down lower, I will double and triple my position. I'm not trading this. I want to own this business. And so there you go. But it's a very high-risk play. I wouldn't go all out on this one. Allocate a position that you can afford to lose. Not that I ever want to lose or like losing money, but I do think it's important to own this one and not trade it. So there we go. Now let's look at other positions in the portfolio and see how we're doing today. My portfolio is up. I'm just behind the S&P today, so I'm not beating the market, but I am up. So again, it was the right thing to do to take my money out of Bitcoin before everybody else did, and now everybody else is following me. Not literally, of course, but they kind of are. I sold up here, and up here. I saw what was going to happen. I was right. It happened. I put my money. I've now got $250,000 in Coca-Cola. It was the right thing to do. We are on the edge of me buying a lot more. If we go down another 0.5% to 1%, I might even double my position, take me up to 500,000 in Coca-Cola, because the growth is there. The defensive position is there when we sell, and we will. I don't mean Coca-Cola, I mean the markets will. When money starts to leave crypto even faster, and it will, it's already happening, 1 billion today, then we'll see more money flood into defensive stocks. But you can own this. So to say all stocks are going down, all stocks are going up, and it's just a downturn, it's rubbish. If you buy at the right time, timing is important, and time in is important, not just time in. If you buy the right business at the right time, you don't have to buy much of it. As I've just shown you, I'm up 27%. So I can leave vertical aerospace alone and completely forget about it. But I will tell you something else to give you a sense of how bullish I am on my overall portfolio, and how nervous I am, I should say, is the right word. I wouldn't say bearish. I would say nervous that we're going to get a shock on crypto. Even though I've sold my XRP and Bitcoin, I've not been able to sell my Ethereum because it was staked. As you can see, I'm down 1.5 grand on it pretty much all today. I will sell it for 1.5 grand loss, because that will offset my gains for my tax. I would rather do that than wait. I still believe that Ethereum can go to $12,000. So you might say, well, why would I want to sell for a loss $1,600 when I can 3x my money? Just because I believe it's going to $12,000, which I do, the rest of the market doesn't. Money is being taken out of crypto very quickly now and moving into energy. So it doesn't matter what I think it's worth or what people will pay for it. It might not happen. And you don't make money on I hope it happens. I don't believe in the word hopium. I think it's the most silly phrase used on YouTube. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I just believe in numbers, and the numbers are speaking to me and telling me that we are at the edge of a humongous crash. And the people that are selling and where they're going to tells me they're moving very defensive, because energy can be a defensive play as well. So that tells me all I want to know. So there's my portfolio, up again today, near all-time highs. Well, crypto keeps selling off. I'll buy back when it's the right time. Oh, let me read this.
Flexed biceps emoji, high energy reviews and investments, love you gesture emoji, donated $5 through a super chat. If you have credible info that BTC is controlled by Russia, why not let US intelligence know about it?
That's a very good point. Let me just explain in a bit more detail, as I've got time, what my concerns are. It's a collection of things coming together at the right time lead me to these conclusions. There isn't just one thing. When we look at life, we see that multiple signals, multiple events occur at the same time and send us down a certain path. It's not one individual thing. It's a whole wave of actions all coming together at the same time. Humans have always been greedy, selfish, think of themselves. There's always been get-rich-quick schemes. There's always been great innovations, technologies. There's always been enemies, people trying to get the better of somebody. These things have never been different. However, I study history and I study numbers. And I spend all day, every day in this studio studying numbers. And I can read numbers. Like Michael Burry talked about with the Big Short. Everybody said he was an idiot and said he doesn't know what he's talking about. He says, I can read. And the information is there, but everybody wishes to ignore it. Because as long as we can get everyone to believe it's going to be okay, and we can get everyone to buy, then we're all making money, right? Until we're not. And I prefer to always look for the future, even though I've bought, look, there we go. Look at this. talking about Russian, on the day I'm talking about this, Plug Power has no place to be up 21%. Anyway, I'll maybe come on to that. So a few months ago, I said to you, I would reveal to you who Satoshi Nakamoto is. And people laughed at me and said, oh, you're stupid. And I said at the time, it's staring you in the face, but nobody wants to believe it. Remember me saying that? And I said, I'm going to invite everybody that wants to sponsor the channel to contact me, so I can then do an open event once a month and reveal to you, who's contacted me, and this way I'll find out who Satoshi is. And everybody laughed and said that's a stupid idea. It can't be done. Look at that end phase energy. See how power's going up. Another one. I've been predicting. So I said, well, I'm going to do it anyway, whether you think I'm right or wrong. And I opened it up, and over the following months received thousands of emails. So I then employed a security expert who could trace my emails, because most of the emails that I get now are cloaked. What that means is if you get an email from somebody and you open it up, and before you click on it, you a suspect, you think, is this real, right? So you right click on your iPhone or your computer, your iPad or your Mac, whatever, and you right click and it says on the address, it says Microsoft.com, and you go, okay, that's Microsoft then, brilliant, I can open that. However, people now have a software where they can cloak the email. So it's not Microsoft.com, it's something else, but it appears to be Microsoft.com. And the flaw here is Apple, you think half the world are using Apple, Apple doesn't allow you to see what that email is until you get proper security software to break it down. So you look at it and think it's a real email. So a lot of people are getting emails, and a lot of fake information is created. Someone sent me one today about 2 police officers who are actors on TikTok messing around. People aren't even trying to use AI now. They're just using TikTok, filming a couple of actors, putting it out there, and people believe it. It's nuts.
Jorge Leon donated $2 through a super chat. Why KO over precious metals, especially silver?
Okay, I'll answer that question in a moment. So I looked at all these emails, and I could see that majority were from China and Russia. Always Bitcoin. Always Bitcoin. Never XRP, never Binky Bonk coin, never the S&P 500, never Microsoft. Always Bitcoin. And I thought, well, that's odd. So I delved a bit deeper and replied to a few and invited them on the show and didn't hear back from anybody. And I thought, right, I'm getting all these emails. Now I've put out the information that I want to have people on the show and do a sponsorship deal. And yet they're all fake, every single one of them. They're all from China, all from Russia, all cloaked, and they're all Bitcoin. So I thought, okay, so what's this? A bunch of people sitting around just making up emails to send to me about Bitcoin? Well, I mean, it's a lot of work. It's not doing anything, is it? But then I thought, it's not just about me. It's not about whether they can steal my Bitcoin, hack into my Bitcoin or something like that. That's where everyone thinks about it. We all look at it and think, oh, someone's trying to hack into me. Somebody wants my details. Who the hell cares? Everybody has everyone's details. The moment you pick up your iPhone, everyone's details are available for everybody. So it's not that. It's not that someone wants to know something about me. Everyone knows everything about everybody. You just got to Google it, right? So that's not it. But that's all everyone focuses on. Everyone just thinks everyone's about them. Selfishly, you think everyone is just after you. No, they're not. I think that's the problem. We've become accustomed to think it's all about me. The world revolves around me. Everyone's trying to steal my money. No one cares about you and your money. You've got nothing. For larger forces to go after individuals, it's not about the individuals. It's about sowing the seed that goes out to social media and goes out everywhere of fear. for everyone. Because once fear goes out for everyone, right, everybody now is unsure about everything. No one knows about anything anymore. And it's got so ridiculous that people said, oh, I'm worried about AI because people can create videos. They don't even need AI. We are so accustomed to accepting and reading and being controlled and manipulated that we'll even believe. So, I mean, how many times have you seen police officers arresting people in the UK for doing social media? And it's like there's always someone filming them do it. The person that's being arrested is conveniently filming them do it. It's so ridiculous. And you can just watch it. And if you know anything about the police, they don't lean up against the wall with their hair down. If they're a lady and they've got long hair, their hair's up in the hat. It's not just hanging down like a sexy, like, you know, trying to look good on the camera. And people believe it. And these get millions of views and so on and so forth. Now, whether you believe it or not, or fall for it or not, is not important. It's the fact that we don't trust anything. So because we don't trust anything, we think, what can save us? So we start buying something that is apparently decentralized and open and free. Oh, buy some crypto. I can get rich really quickly. Everyone's telling me I can get rich really quickly. I'll buy that. That will save me. And at that moment is when we get tripped up. So I looked at all my emails, traced them all back, similar locations all the time, always Russia, always China, always about Bitcoin. And I started to trace back IPs, try to locate locations. And then I would talk to other people that received similar emails and share information. And the more and more information that I got, the more it suggested that this is coming from government. It's coming from Russia, and more people would say to me, yes, we know we've known for ages, but no one cares. It allows to carry on. So I don't think Vladimir Putin sat down on his computer and just wrote the code of Bitcoin. It got developed over time. But the point is, we now in the West, we lead crypto. UK doesn't. It's way behind. China doesn't want it. It pretends, oh, we don't want it. It's all dirty. Russia, I don't know what Russia's stance on it. Someone could perhaps tell me. I don't know. But we're all buying it in the West. And while this is going on, Trump is making friends or telling everybody he's best mates with Putin. Putin's absolutely taking the mick, doing nothing at all, not ending wars. Now Putin is saying, oh, look, it's terrible. You've got the United States trying to pay off the debt with Bitcoin. They're literally telling you their strategy. And we're all thinking, yeah, we are. Look at us, we're clever. And Russia are going, oh, yeah, it's terrible. It's what they want us to do. Vladimir Putin has always done that. He's always suggested in plain sight what he wants you to do. And it's so ridiculous that we do it and think it's our idea. So it's very clever, reverse psychology. So we're all doing it. And now I think Trump is very close to announcing that we're going to buy Bitcoin for the reserve, the Federal Reserve, and then we're going to pay off the national debt. However, what happens if the government buy a million Bitcoin? What happens if the government buy 1 million Bitcoin? We use our debt to buy Bitcoin. Well, first of all, Bitcoin goes up. Everyone starts buying it with euphoria. Oh my God, the government own it. Well, I thought you didn't want the government to own. Well, I do now. I've changed my mind. I think it's great that the government own it. You do? Okay. So then everyone starts to buy it. And then the government sell it to pay off the debt. So everybody in America now is holding the bag of Bitcoin at 3 or 4x, 10x, I don't know, $1 million, I don't know. And now it's gone back down to $50,000 again. All right. Because the debt all got paid off. But now everybody in America is broke. We're all just holding the bag. But what if before we all sell it, before the government sell it, the 1 million Satoshi coins get sold? What happens then? Well, what happens then is Bitcoin crashes and the US government are bankrupt. Now, if that sounds ridiculous and far-fetched, that's basically what happened with the banks with the housing crisis. just on a bigger scale. So it's not crazy. So am I the only person thinking this? Is it just me made this up? Just me? No, it's not actually, because people are leaving crypto today very quickly, and they're taking their money out of DATs and retail, not institutions, but retail are saying, don't worry, every October, it's brilliant. Crypto does great in October. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm an investor. That's gambling. I'm hoping that everybody starts to buy in October. If everyone buys in October, I'm going to get rich. I'm looking forward to October because Coca-Cola are going to tell me that they've beaten on earnings, which is what I'm expecting them to do, because I study the business. So whether you buy the stock or not, I don't care, because Coca-Cola would buy it if you didn't, because they'll buy back their shares because their business has become more valuable. So I don't need you to buy it or sell it or short it. I don't care. I know the business is going to grow in October. I know Enphase Energy is going to $100. I know that Vertical Aerospace is a 10 or 20x. I know Wolf Nuclear are businesses that are going to make money. And other people do too, not just me. So they're going, all right, well, I don't need to own something that I'm hoping everybody else. Wishful thinking. What's wishful thinking?
Martyn has become a member. Wishful thinking.
What is exactly? You didn't say what was wishful. What's wishful thinking? Put this whole sentence. So at the end of the day, sadly, people are just blind faith, blind belief. We are conditioned now to believe anything. Whatever you see, you either believe it or you don't. So there's no discussion anymore. That's the problem. There's no open mind. It's just completely, we are all completely controlled. You either think everything is a fake news, everything's rubbish, so you listen to nothing, or you think everything's great and now you're just getting bad information. No one is sitting down, dissecting information, having conversations. I watched the press conference today with Carolyn Leavitt making remarks about the Charlie Kirk memorial last night. And rather than saying it's a tragedy that somebody was murdered and leave it at that, it's all the left. So all the left are murderers against all the right. I mean, they're all for it. And she mentioned a vote saying that a law should be passed for political terrorism or political, no one should be terrorized in politics or whatever. And she said 97 Democrats went against it. They wouldn't agree to it. So what they're saying is 97 Democrats want everyone to fight each other. What's happened is we've been no longer the United States. We've got both sides at heightened levels shouting and screaming at each other. And no one's listening anymore. What should be said, and all that needs to be said, a tragic murder was committed. A person was shot. It's awful. Can we have some calm, please? Arrest the person, put the person in jail, and that's it. To make it a political stance where, one side of the argument is in favor of that is ridiculous, because I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that half of America who are Democrat all think it's right to murder people. Are you telling me that there's no Republicans that have ever murdered anyone? The whole thing is crazy. And what we've done is we've heightened everything to such a level that our enemies, if you want to regard Putin as an enemy, is laughing at this, going, this is ridiculous. This is easy. We are allowing the ego to destroy itself. Every empire that's ever existed has collapsed. And now America, sadly, is describing itself as an empire. It's not an empire. Doesn't qualify for an empire, but it's being described. That's why I put it in my title. It's being qualified as an empire. All empires have collapsed. The British Empire was the last one. All empires have collapsed. They overreach. They believe in themselves as stronger and more powerful than anyone else. We can do what we want with no regard. We can just do what we want. And I think the moment you start thinking that you can do anything is the time that you're in trouble. And I think that's what's happening now. So I think that Trump believes that Bitcoin is the savior. And if we go too heavily into it, it could be the downfall, and there's nothing anyone could do to stop it. So, that's that. So when you asked earlier, should I share information with the security forces, whatever, there's nothing I have that everybody else doesn't have. They choose to ignore it. When we had the housing crash, all the delinquent loans, everyone could see it. Everyone chose to ignore it. The triple C, the triple Ds, all piling up. Everybody knew it. Banks just thought, can't happen to us. And they just didn't want to face it. So that's a scary time. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. I had another question, didn't I? Let me go to the super chat. I think I had two questions. Why Coca-Cola over precious metals? Okay. The reason why I prefer Coca-Cola over precious metals is because I know the business very, very well. I understand the management. I understand the debt position. I understand the growth. I understand it's oversold, and I understand how it trades when other stock goes up. People use Coca-Cola, Pepsi-Cola to buy tech. I don't know if that's the same with silver. Also, it is a business that will never fade during a downturn. We will still go out and buy soft drinks. You don't require any special technological advances or reason or macro conditions. We just buy Coca-Cola. We buy the teas, the Minute Maids, the milks, the coffees, all these things. We'll continue to buy them. So it's not going to go away. And the brand itself is so strong and it's oversold so much now, and they're increasing the dividend again, that it's a guaranteed investment for me. It just cannot fail. So that's why I choose Coca-Cola. It's not for any other reason. Doesn't matter that I drink Coca-Cola or not. It's irrelevant. But if it drops further and below 66, I'll start doubling up. I mean, I've now got nearly $250,000, 243,000. I don't mind owning $1 million of Coca-Cola. I've told you there'll be $1 million trade on my show at some point. I don't mind owning $1 million of Coca-Cola. That'd be 4 times what I've got now. Because then I'd be somewhere in the region of around about $4,000 a month in dividends. And I can live on the dividends and never have to sell a single share or trade or do anything at all. And if it continues to drop, I will do that. I will buy more and more. So I just keep my eye on that. But I'm still remaining in the S&P 500. I've still got my position. It's still rising. Now, some people would say, and it's right to say, if I'd stayed in the S&P, I would have made more money. If I'd not sold a single share and remained in the S&P, not bought Coca-Cola, I would have made more money. I would have made more money today. My balance would be higher than it is today. However, on the 1st of October, I'll get $1,100 in Coca-Cola. That'll bring me to about the same as if I'd remained in the S&P. So no loss, no gain, about the same. Then, because I know that we're going to have a correction. I don't know when, but I know we're going to have a correction. I don't know what number that's going to be, but we're going to have a correction. I don't think the carry trades are much of an issue at the moment, but you never know. It could come back. I think we'll get a correction. When we get a correction, the S&P will drop 10, 15%. And then I can buy more back. So it's too expensive now. It's approaching 28 times earnings. Never in history have we gone much higher than this before a crash. It happened every single time. So I don't know when that's going to come, but I know it's close. So I don't want to have to scramble, wake up one morning and find I'm 5, 6, 7% down and it's too late to sell. So I took my profit. And also remember, when it starts going down, Coca-Cola will go up. So I've always got to be one step ahead of the game. I don't want to sell when it starts to crash, and I don't want to buy Coca-Cola on the way up. So I want to trim now, which I've already done, and go into the into Coca-Cola, which is what I've done. So there it is. I hope that answers your question. Let's see if I've got any more questions. So before I read the questions, then just to repeat, this is the stock that I'm talking about. This is now one of my favorite utility sector ETFs. It's called Utility Selector. Its ticker symbol is, if you're interested in it, I'm not trying to promote it or anything, but it's XLU. XLU. If you're not sure which nuclear stock or which power stock to choose, then Utilities Extra could be for you. I also think that this sector, and I was right, I bought the bottom of this, I'm up nearly 30% now, vertical aerospace. I don't need to trade this. I simply own it. We knew that this was going to go up, one of Vaz's favorites. And I hope to have the CEO and the MI5 director on the show and so on. But this is a great position for me. Ethereum, it keeps going down and down and down. Even being down, I'll sell. It doesn't matter that I think it could at $12,000, because at $12,000, everybody will be exiting anyway. I don't want to be in a stock where I know everyone's about to dump it. I want to be in a stock where I think everyone's about to buy it. And I don't know where this is going, when it's going to happen. And all I know is money is moving out of digital asset treasury faster than I could possibly have thought. XRP bounced back today, and now that's selling off again as well. So I sold these for losses, Bitcoin and XRP, but now where we are, the loss has been recovered by how much lower it's gone. So if I'd remained in, I would now be down by about the amount that I sold for a loss by. But this way I'm out and I've got a tax loss. If I'd have just been down at this level, there's no tax loss. I can't go against my tax. I'm just down. So it was right to sell for a loss and have the money go against my tax rather than just be down and not have sold. So it was the right move to make. And then I used that money to go into my uninvested margin. It's not uninvested cash, waiting for Coca-Cola. Now I'm going to wait. I'm not ready to buy anymore yet. It might never come. It might take a day. It might take a month. It might take a year. And if Coca-Cola goes up, which is why I bought it at the end of the day, and doesn't keep going down, then I've got plenty and I can then just live off the dividend. About $1,000 a month now. I can just have that coming in and use that because my margin doesn't cost $1,000 a month. So it will pay my margin. And then as the months go by, are we selling off? We've got 5 minutes to go. If we go below 66, I'll start buying more. That'll be my lowest level. We've got 5 minutes before the bell goes.
Powerful force where you don't really know how open-ended it is on the other end of it. And the overall market is showing that it needs some rest. You know, the average stock is kind of pulling back a little bit today.
There you go.
This is a window this week where you might finally get a little bit of an air pocket. So I think both those things can be true at once, and in fact, both evident in today's action.
There is.
Yeah, it's like move on the news. We'll wait for the specifics and we'll figure it out. I'll come back to you in a little bit.
Yeah, we don't have to figure it out. We don't have to wait. We're at the edge of a collapse. We're at the edge of a correction. I'm already there. I'm already waiting. I don't care if the S&P falls because I can buy it. I won't be margin called. Coca-Cola will then take off. So I would like to buy some more, but I'd like to see it drop to 66. Have I got any more questions before I wrap this up? Not sure what you mean by that. Solid reasoning. I feel silver is a better play from my perspective. The gain is much more on silver, but I'm not playing big numbers. I think you're missing a lot of people make this mistake. They look for the asset they can buy that can make them the most money the fastest. I do not look at buying businesses like that. Because if I did that, I'd just go to a casino. I'm not looking for what can make me the most money the fastest, because the answer would be a bank robber, you know, or go to Vegas. I could make $1 million in 5 minutes. I look at a business that I can own that's undervalued, that has a guaranteed future return, and that I can own and never have to sell. That's much harder to find. That's why most people don't do it. Most people will go, what is going to make me money quick? What is going to do great? And they'll use all sorts of ideas to convince themselves that this is the thing I should be buying. I look at a business and go, what can I buy that is currently undervalued, that I know can go higher, and I can own without any fear or whatever, and it will continue to earn money regardless of who buys it. I'm not relying on anyone to buy it, sell it, or anything at all. That's the way I look at businesses. And that is utilities ETF. That is vertical aerospace. As you can see, it's just rallying like crazy. We brought this to everybody. I don't like to say that I am the reason that this popped up, but it literally did pop crazy the moment I bought it and told everybody about it. And it's been going virtually parabolics ever since I said about it. And it's such a small cap. If everyone, I mean, this is one of those things that, you know, does make a difference. And, you know, anyway, let's have a look. We've got 1 minute to go. I'm expecting to see a move on the bell on Coca-Cola. I'm expecting to see a dramatic move, one way or the other. If it goes up, that's great. If it goes down, I buy. I'd like to buy around about the $66. It's only mere pennies, doesn't make a difference, but I'd like to be able to. My average is 66.94. Now, the point is, if I buy some more and I can bring my average down, when we get to 66.90, I can sell a few in the middle and swap them for the lower price. I can always do tax lots. That's the beauty of this. It trades within a tight range until it takes off. It goes within a tight range. So tomorrow we could find ourselves at 66.90, and I could sell my 66.90s and keep my 66.26s. That way, I've got a lower average. I've got more money out of it. I've not paid any tax, and I'm safe. That's what I'm hoping to do on the bell. So we've got 20 seconds to go for the bell. Let's have a little look.
Up above 16, not a major move, but it does show that maybe people are kind of getting in position for the potential for some kind of downside chop as we get into this week. And we do face a little more of a sort of catalyst-free few days before we get to PCE inflation.
There we go.
Yeah, all of it matters, of course, to where this
market is going to go down.
Michael, thank you very much. Well, you hear the clapping. We're going to have a positive close here, and anything positive for the S&P, the NASDAQ, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average is going to be a new record close. And that's how this week will begin. I'll see you. I'll send it in overtime as Morgan is done.
There you go. It's getting way too hot. Way too hot. So let me go and visit Coca-Cola now, and let's see if I can buy some more. So let me have a little look. We've got $58,000. We can spend 60 grand now. Let me have a look. 66.21. My lowest level is 66.11. 66.11. I'm going to wait a few more moments and see if we can get $66. I did say to you on the bell would get movement dramatically up or down when it's decided to go down. So if I can, I'm going to buy another $20,000 at this level. With rates coming down, my margin is being paid by the dividend at the moment. It's being covered. So I can buy this and just work and pay it off. It doesn't really matter how much I buy. Crypto is still falling. So that will all flood into the nuclear stocks. It's coming out of DAT. It's coming out of strategy. It's coming out of Bitmine. It's going into defensive. It's going to go into nuclear. So let's have a look. Isn't this called dollar cost averaging? No, Lenny, it's not. It's the very opposite of dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging is when you buy every week, every month at the same time, regardless up or down. I only buy when it goes below value or even lower than my last buy-in. That's not dollar cost averaging. That's tax law investing. Because as it starts to pop up, I will trim. This is buying a conviction. It's now like 50% of my portfolio. This is nothing like, no, it's not dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging would be every week, every month, buying up, down, sideways, irrelevant. I am buying undervalue, a business that I can own, and I'm buying lower and lower prices. And then when we pop up, I will use tax lots trading, pay no tax, and take the ones I've paid too much for or more for back to the shop. Real estate, way undervalued. Real estate's interesting, but real estate only makes money from rent. It relies on other people. Coca-Cola is going to sell soft drinks the day we die. Money's about to leave crypto and the S&P 500 and NASDAQ and go back into things like, energy, finance, Coca-Cola. Song for space. I agree with that. Why not SCHD? Doesn't interest me. I know. Reality income is the stock you buy when you're much older, when you built the portfolio that you want. It's not enough, and it's not got the growth that Coca-Cola has, in my opinion, because we're oversold so much. I don't know how to buy Coca-Cola, just XRP. I don't know how to buy Coca-Cola, just XRP. I don't understand that. Do you calculate value yourself or use it? I do it myself? Absolutely. Or do I use a website? No, I do it myself. I talk to CEOs, hedge fund manager. We have them on the show. We do the CEO series. When is Sensei back? Sensei is back next Monday, week today. So 66.21. I'm going to buy a little bit more here. I'm going to buy trade, buy. Limit order. 66.21. How many shares? 100? 150 shares? Yeah. My average is right. Let me 66.94. Let's see if that goes through. 66.94. Now, if I wanted to buy it at this price, I would have set a slightly higher level, but I'm not too bothered about it, so I'm letting it come to me. If I want it at this price, I just go buy, but that's never a good idea. Or I just go, 66.25. That way, it'll go through. I've set it for 21 because I'm not too bothered about owning anymore, but I don't want to pay any more. Okay, so it doesn't really matter long term, but that's what I want to do. So let's see if we get that. It'll go through in a few seconds' time, I'd expect, and that'll bring me to $250,000. If you look here, I've got 242. This will bring me up to $250,000 in Coca-Cola. All right. This will take me over $1,000 a month now in dividends. It will pay the interest at the moment. So let's see. Is it going to go through? Let's see. I'm going to take a photograph of the screen. 66.94. I've just taken a screenshot. Let's see if it goes through. As I say, it makes no odds. I can make it go through if I wanted it to. But let's go through. The S&P is falling. See, it's just going to, all of a sudden, we're going to pull back. We're right on the edge. I could sell more. I've got 38% in the S&P. I could sell more. This is another all-time high. But if I do, I'm paying a lot of tax for it now, and I've only got $161,000 out of 400,000. So it can drop, but that's okay. I can buy. I don't want to sell because if I sell, I've got to pay tax, and it's all very high tax now because my average is like $150, $200 less than this. So it'll be a lot of tax to pay. And then that means I can't use that money to invest. I've got to keep that money for the tax man. I don't want to sell anymore. I can let it fall because it'll only come back. Gold is still going up. Amazon going down. Apple going up. Bloody hell. End-phase energy, there it is. One of my best positions. 66.21. It's got to drop to about 66.19 for this to go through. Let me read what you're saying. Martyn, would you consider buying silver and gold stocks? No, because they don't really do very much. We've got guaranteed customers here buying Coca-Cola all the time. No, it doesn't interest me. Sensei likes gold and silver. I don't buy gold or silver. Got no interest in it. Personally, I see Coca-Cola falling to 63 to 65 range. Big daily gap in the chart. Yeah, you're looking at the chart. I don't care what the chart says. I don't care what the chart says. I look at the balance sheet, and the balance sheet tells me it's the right price. I couldn't care less if it's 66, 65, 63. I just want to own the business when it goes to 80. And I just want to be in on its earnings every month, every quarter. Gap the chart from the earnings call in February, but that hasn't been filled. Also, not all gaps get filled. Yeah, I don't focus on gaps and charts. Doesn't interest me. Risk reward just isn't worth it right now on growth stocks. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no point in buying a growth stock at the moment. You're paying so much for it. You just can't make any money owning it at that level. A good investor buys an asset under value, not 20 times value or 26 or 27 or in Palantir's case 1,000 times. It's just oh, there we go. It's popped right back up again. I'm still going to hold my position. I'm not going to chase that. The risk to reward isn't there, but we have had Zimbabwe style inflation before a total collapse, almost there already with stocks up 5%. Yeah. It makes me want to sell my crypto. I'm 6,000 down. I don't know how to buy the stock market. What do you mean you don't know how to buy the stock market? Where are you in the world, Teresa? Are you in America? Where are you? Let me know where you are, see if I can help. Gold is the singing canary. Yes, I agree with that. Extreme speculation. The gap will get filled. Market is algorithmic. The algo doesn't care how good Coke tastes, nor do I care how it tastes. Lenny23. I never said I care what it tastes like. I like the balance sheet and how much money it makes and how much profit it makes and its margins and its management and its proprietary, unique business structure. It's not a Coca-Cola business. It's a bottling business. That's where people get it wrong. So I don't care whether you like the flavor of Coca-Cola or not. And gaps and algorithms and don't do sod all. Do you think Warren Buffett bought on a chart when he bought half the business? No, I didn't buy on the chart either. Yeah, great time for rights buying for anyone interested in that sector. Just added more ABR to my portfolio today, as well as KDP, which is not right, but still a good buy in my opinion. Good luck to you, Seth. SPCE can be a defensive stock too. We're getting away from the 2 to 3. No, Zach. I'd love to agree with you, but no, Virgin Galactic cannot be regarded as a defensive stock. No, because in a downturn or recession, less people are going to fly. Less people could buy tickets. In a downturn, we just stay at home and drink soft drinks. So it's not the same. You can't say Virgin Galactic is a defensive stock. Terida, go join Martyn's Robinhood. Terida, yeah, come back to me and I'll explain. Silver mining stock that has lagged and looks very nice for a 10 bagger. Silver to 60 by year end. Charles, good luck to you. You know more about silver than I do. Sensei talks about silver. He's back on Monday, but it's not for me, I'm afraid. How are you able to put a limit order in after hours? I can trade 24/7 on Robinhood. If you've not got Robinhood, there's my Robinhood UK and there's my Robinhood USA in the chat. You get free shares if you sign up for it. So there you go. Right, what I'm going to do now, that order, I'm going to cancel it. Because if we are setting a new little trading pattern, I don't want 6611. I want 66. So I'm going to cancel the order. I'm going to scrub it. Oops, daisy. Cancel that order. Cancel. All right. I've cancelled my order. I've taken it off the table. They didn't want my money. I'll wait. I'll go somewhere else. How are you able to put a limit order in? Yeah, where are you, Jason? Where in the world are you? I wonder why that's... No, it doesn't matter. Just thinking something. Sergei Navrov is a Russian American. Okay. Yeah, Brian's going, yeah, come on, Zach. You can hardly say it's a defensive stock, right? You like nuclear. Yes. What are your thoughts on BWXT after all the contract announcements? I've not looked into that one, Sadavi. I do like nuclear though. I've done a few nuclear stocks. Thanks for your response, Charles. You're very welcome. Very unique way of investing, Martyn. Would it not be easier to just buy a stock in an uptrend rather than... No, that's the worst thing to do. You're buying momentum. Listen, Fatso talk stocks. If I want to buy a business, I look at what can I buy and own. I don't buy stocks. I don't buy share prices. I don't buy momentum. I buy great businesses that I can own. The reason why I want to own a business... Oh, we got a new member. Thank you, Jamie.
Jamie Andrade has become a member.
I'll explain to you your perks and benefits in a moment. Stand by. I'll explain it all for you. I believe in owning businesses to make money. If you are a business owner, you make more money than the people that work there. That's just the way it works. You make more money as a business owner than the CEO and the people that work there. Because when you own a business, you own its profit and its loss. So I'm looking to buy a business rather than put money in the bank. Because putting money in the bank, I'm just giving it to the bank. I don't do that. I don't buy bonds. I don't put money in the bank. I buy great businesses and then the business makes me money. Very simple. So there are lots of great businesses that exist. However, if they're a public business, they're more likely, if they're great, they are overbought. Everybody's bought them and now they're too expensive for me to buy. Not because I can't afford it, it just doesn't make sense to buy a business overpriced. So I look for a business that's undervalued because everybody's sold it. Now remember, a stock price is not the value of the business. The market cap is not the value of the business. People have sold it because they don't believe in it anymore, or they've taken money out of it for some other reason, or they want to buy something else or whatever. So the stock price goes down. Now, just because the stock price goes down doesn't mean it's a good deal. Stock prices go down, stock prices go up. You're saying, why don't you buy in an uptrend? Why do I want to buy in an uptrend? If I'm buying in an uptrend, I'm basically following everybody's momentum. I'm not doing my own analysis, because if I'd done my analysis, I would have determined through hard work and discipline that the stock, the business was undervalued, so I could buy it. And then eventually it would perform, it would go up and everybody would start buying it. So I don't want to buy after it's starting to go upwards in an uptrend. That isn't investing. That's basically being a sheep. Basically being an idiot. Basically, if you buy an uptrend, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you own. You're just buying because everybody else is buying. Well, that's a stupid way of investing. Because you're buying because of people that you don't know are buying. I don't know who these people are. What if it's a bunch of idiots? What if a bunch of idiots like Palantirians? They pay 1,000 times over value. That stock will never, ever, ever generate that income. One day it will crash 90%. I can't go to bed at night. I can't sleep at night with a stock overvalued. I want to buy a business that's worth what it's worth. And then it grows and becomes more. So I don't want to buy in an uptrend. I want to buy in a downtrend, which is exactly what Warren Buffett did and Michael Burry did with United Health. United Health suffered all kinds of problems and then they bought it. And now it's up again, massive, because it was in a downtrend, not because it was in a downtrend, because it was a good business that was oversold, that had great potential of being bigger than it was today. So they waited and they waited and they waited, and then they went all in. Boom. Michael Burry and Warren Buffett. I didn't buy that one because insurance doesn't interest me. I'm not interested in the insurance business. I don't understand it enough. So I don't want to buy in an uptrend. I don't necessarily want to buy in a downtrend. I want to buy when it's the right time to buy and it's undervalued. How far is EVTL going to go? Well, I can't tell you exactly how far it's going to go, but my belief is, and why I bought a speculative business, because it doesn't produce any money at the moment. The reason why I bought this is because I can see it being a 10 to 20x, somewhere in that region. So I bought the business and I've only put $1,000 in, but that's all I need to put in to make 20 grand. So I can afford to lose $1,000. I don't have to trade this stock. That's where I can see it going. So I can just leave it alone. I don't even look at it. I don't even care what it does. So that's where I see that going. You say $4 million dividend off $1 million. $4 million? Okay, what would the same amount dividend be in the S&P? You say $4 million dividend off $1 million. I never said that. That's 25%. What are you on about? $4 million dividend. Oh, hang on, off 1 million. What? That's 400% dividends. Wait, I never said that. It's 3%. You say $4 million dividend off 1 million in Coca-Cola. How? Sorry, Investor Connect. That makes no sense. Could you rephrase that? I don't know. Martyn, I see everyone is asking about EVTL. I can do a live special tomorrow. Yes, I'd love you to, Vaz. We would love you to go. In fact, let me do a poll. Who would love, because the expert, the man who knows more about EVTL than anyone is Vaz. And Vaz, have you set me up yet with an interview with the MI5 director and the CEO and that other guy? If not, I'm going to get on the phone. I want to get them on the show. How's that going? Would you like a EVTL special with Vaz? There you go. Oh my gosh. Can't bloody write. Would you like, yeah. Yes or no? Okay, it will go live tomorrow night at this time. So would you like an EVTL special with Vaz? Start a poll, yes or no? It's just insanity. Rocket Lab was a $2 a little year ago. Hood was $7. Everything is up hundreds of it. Well, not really insanity. Robin Hood has generated the income to justify an $80 target, which is what I said. Now we're overbought. Well, that's what happens. Everybody thinks, oh, now I can get a 200. Okay. No, $80 was my price target. I haven't got a target past there. Val says margin. This is one word. That doesn't drive stock price. That doesn't drive stock price. What are you on about? What doesn't drive stock price? A great business. Since when? Margin debt at all-time highs. The unwind will be huge. I'm not going to be margin called. I got 56% market crash and I'm still fine. I'm not going to be margin called at all. No. Oi Vaz, deluxed. Vaz in the house. Charts 100% help pick stocks. No, they don't. No, they don't. Charts tell you what everybody did in the past. Pointless. And then you hope they repeat it again in the future. It's a guide and I understand them and I look at them, but I don't buy a business because the chart says so. I buy a business because I've spoken to somebody that works there and I've read the balance sheet. And that's it. Sorry to disagree with you, but yeah, charts 100% help pick stocks. Not for me, they don't. You want to buy at a discount and sell at a premium. Well, of course you do. And you can't determine that on the chart, can you? The chart does not tell you what the profit is. You just said you want to buy at a discount. What is a discount? Are you saying a discount is because it's below the 20-day out, the 30-day average, or the 100-day average, or it's sat on a support line, or it's head and shoulders, or it's this or that and the other, or any other chart terminology? No, that doesn't tell you what the value of the business is, does it? The value of the business is determined by the balance sheet, reading the profit and loss, looking at the debt position. That's what I look at. How much does it generate? The chart is just a price that people are prepared to pay. No more, no less. Doesn't tell you anything about the business at all. Don't fight the trend when entering into stocks. That's not true. Warren Buffett bought Coca-Cola when it was going down. He also bought United Health when it was going down. He absolutely fought the trend. He did the very opposite of what everyone's doing. I am buying Coca-Cola when everybody else is selling it. I'm not buying, I'm not bucking, I'm going against the trend right now. The trend is buy Nvidia, buy the S&P, buy Microsoft, buy Google. Nope. I've already made about whatever I've made, 40, 50 grand on that, whatever that is in total. I don't need to, I don't want to be buying, I don't want to chase the trend. So don't fight the trend. No, I think you do the opposite to that. That's what, I mean, I don't understand that as a philosophy at all. No. Vaz, aye. Indianapolis, Indiana. Vaz, he's in the chat. Sensei, we're back next week. Oh, now, Jamie, I said I would tell you about your benefits. So there's the link to become a member for those that aren't members. Jamie, by the way, we're giving away $2,000. If anybody wants to know about my giveaway, I'm giving away $2,000 of my own money. If anybody wants to know how to win it, it's completely free to enter, free for all. Let me know in the chat and I will tell you how you can win $2,000. If anybody wants to win $2,000, let me know and I'll tell you. It's very easy. It's free. Just go yes in the chat. So as a member, Jamie, you now get members-only live streams, members-only videos. All my CEO interviews are all members only. I will engage with you on X and social media. You can use emojis in the chat. You can request stock reviews, earnings calls. You can phone into the show, ask me a question. If you are a silver member, you can request to go on the homepage of the channel and you get priority comments. I reply to all your comments on YouTube. If you are Electrum, which is our most popular membership now by far. Electrum, we have weekly, from next week when Sensei's back, weekly trivia quizzes. It's interactive, it's private, it's off air, it's just for Electrum members, gold members, platinum and sponsor members. So it's a private event. And it's a live interactive quiz, a game show where you can learn about charts, technical things. It's a really, really cool, fun thing to do. And Sensei hosts that. And we also get to know you. You can call in, be on the show. That's where we'll find our new moderators and our ambassadors. That's a great membership. It's the most popular membership now. It's called Electrum. You can upgrade, downgrade at any point, cancel it if you don't like it. There you go. Plus other things. I'm in Kansas. I use Robinhood Gold. I thought after hours order book clears. No. You can buy after hours. If Coca-Cola goes down, you'll see me do it now. I'm just having patience. I'm just going to wait until it's the right price to buy more, that is. If you look here, we're just watching Coca-Cola. It's down 66.26, starting to fall again. I would like to buy some more. I just put in a 10 grand order. We shall see. Oh, another new member.
Lee W. has become a member.
Thank you very much indeed. We've got like 98% of our live viewers as members, more than any other channel in the world. No one even comes close. Our memberships, like everyone's a member. Thank you very much, Lee W. Hello, folks. KS, hello, Terry Rose. Thank you, David Hensley. He's putting all the giveaway links in there. I'll try doing a limit order tonight. Yeah. Yeah, it works 24/7, 5 days a week. Sorry, 24/5, 5 days a week. How long before he sells his Coke and buys more crypto? Oh dear, oh dear. I will not be selling my Bitcoin, my Coca-Cola to buy crypto. I'll earn more money from my job, YouTube, to buy crypto. I'm not going to be selling. I've now got the opportunity to buy up to $1 million of Coca-Cola. I will own the business and I will keep it, and it will generate at that time about $4,000 a month in dividends. So I have no intention of selling that. Oh my gosh.
Brian Bynum donated $100 through a super chat. Let's go old school. Race Ferrari review, please.
Wow. Well, you know what that means? You know what that means? It's a play it now request. It's a play it now request. So we do it straight away. We stop the show. No more comments. No more questions. And we go straight over to a review. So here we go. This is especially for Brian Bynum. Here we go. So this happens straight away now. Here we go. I'm going to set this up immediately. There's no waiting. If you do a super chat of $100, you get a review and your very own show straight away. No messing around. So I'm just setting it up for you. Here we go. Stand by. Stand by, Brian Bynum. You've got your very own show coming your way. I've got time because I'm off to spin class with Big Ed, the guy who owns all of Amazon shares, in about 2 hours' time. So okay, so let's set this up. Download. Save as. Race.jpg. How the hell? It says, way, what the hell happened there? What the heck? Where's my screen gone? Oh. What the hell? What the hell? What does that mean? What the heck does this mean? I've got this one. Oh, man. Oh, God. I've got some strange thing just happened, and I don't know how to fix it. Just bear with me. I've just updated my system. And now oh my gosh. What a flipping nightmare. Okay, I'm just moving windows around, trying to... Who hates when you get a new operating system? It's like, ugh. What the hell? output off. Some reason I've got a window that's just sat in the corner and I can't get to it. How do you get a window that's just sat in the corner? Okay, I've got it now. Right, we'll try this again. Coca-Cola's going down now. Thank you. Just got to wait for it. It says this file already exists. You just tuned in. I'm setting up an event. I'm going to do it straight away. If I can get oh, bloody hell. That's all it was. Okay. All that for nothing. All that for nothing. I found the window and it was irrelevant anyway. Okay. What a bloody palaver that was. So what I'm setting up is when someone gives me $100 super chat, I stop the show immediately and I do a special request. Henny wants a deep dive analysis. Oh, Coca-Cola's going down. Lovely. We can buy it in a minute. Let it settle. So, here we go. So this will take us a minute, Brian. Just creating an event for you. You've not done this for a while, so it'd be nice to do it. I do like this business. Just creating the title and thumbnail. Takes a look at watching Coca-Cola go down. Bum. Ferrari's race, isn't it? Great ticker symbol. Love it. Let's take a look at Ferrari. A deep dive. All right. So stand by. Brian, go live. Schedule. Create new. Right. What do you think of the title? Ferrari stock just shifted gears. Here's what it means for investors. You like that? Does that get your juices flowing? Deep dive analysis. If you're a member, any member can get this. And I'm just going to line up all the AI software and analysis. All right, got a very cool, just coming up with a description. I haven't done an analysis for ages. This would be really nice to do one. It's been ages. So live, alpha spread, and race. It'll be in that playlist as well. Show more. New. And then I want, I'll put my tags in. Race Ferrari stock. Do you own this one, Brian? Is this one you actually own? Is it something that you care about or interested in? Let me know in the chat. Curious to know. Right, put my tags together. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift. Did we get a poll for Vaz? 64%, is that all it is? I thought it'd been higher than that. I better end it before it gets any worse, don't I? Bloody hell, look at that. What does it say now? 97 votes. That's pretty good. 97 votes. Okay, we'll do that. So Vaz, if you're still listening, if you could let me know that you can do that. If you set it up now, I can promote it for you. Right. So we'll do this now at 4 o'clock. Next. Oh, in fact, we'll do it now. We won't do it at 4 o'clock. We'll do it now. How about it? Yeah, we'll put it in now. Okay, so we'll finish this one and we'll start straight away. So Coca-Cola, just slowly churning down. Nothing too amazing. Let me go over here and put race in, R-A-C-E. Let me set up the software that I need. Race. Yeah, look at that. Great stock. Great business. I do like this one. So we'll leave that there. I don't need to worry about Coca-Cola at all. Right. Ferrari. We'll switch over to this one in a couple of seconds' time. I'm going to put a poll as well. Is this a stock? I'm just setting it in the upcoming event. Is this a buy, hold, or sell for you? Buy, hold, sell. Undecided. Okay. I'm going to do something special for you, Brian, as well. You're a very special member. You're getting the royal treatment, mate. We're going the whole way with this one. There's no limits. No limits. Duplicate. I'm doing the full production and creating it live for you now as well. So I've got the event. Should be up now. There it is. I hope you like the thumbnail. There it is. So I'll put in the chat here. Oh, congratulations, Cedar Trees, for end phase. Live now. Ferrari analysis. Pin that to the top. There it is. That's what it looks like. There you go. What do you think of that, Brian? Nice. That's pretty cool, doesn't it? Hopefully like that. Okay, that's that. Now I need to line up all of the stuff. All the data I'm going to use. Ferrari. There's the event. Right. Right. So now I want to put it on my social media. Everyone knows we're going to do this now. There's already 2 people waiting. Oh my gosh. The pressure's on, isn't it? The pressure's on. Right. $ race. Ferrari. So here's what it means. Full analysis. Live now. Live now on YouTube. So when this analysis starts, it's going to be back-to-back facts and figures with Ferrari. Okay, there's going to be just flat out Ferrari. So I'm doing all the work for it now. Race Ferrari. Martyn Lucas. And you'll see this now appear on my social platforms. Right. There it is on Blue Sky. And just putting it on X. X is a really pain in the ass. You have to refresh the screen twice to make everything work. It's really weird. Otherwise, you don't get the thumbnail to display correctly. It really drives me up the wall how it does that. But it's what it does. Anyway, put a poll here too. Buy, hold. This is what you get. I only do this for someone who tips me this much. Otherwise, it goes on the list. And I don't go to all these lengths. This is when someone does $100. This is what I do. We're running polls and all sorts of stuff. And I'm going to have some proper special content as well. I'm putting it all together now. Right. Put that on Facebook. There you go. What's that? Instagram. This is the VIP service when we stop the show like this. And you get a full analysis video. You get the works. Link in, because this not only provides Brian with what he wants to know, but it also will rank everywhere. And we often rank number 1 for what we cover. So it'll be picked up by Google and stuff like that. Right, that's now on Facebook. That's now on Instagram. That's now on Threads. Now I want to put a poll in our community pages on YouTube. Is this a buy, hold, or sell for you? Now you can see the process, guys, what goes behind each review. And it's a lot that goes on. Buy, hold, sell. undecided. This is on our community pages. Add my little emojis to that. Ecam live. Emojis. On my little mini men. So it is, what the heck? There we go. Buy, hold, sell, or undecided. There you go. Right, there is the post, and that'll be part of our review, what you think about it, so you can leave your thoughts there. Now then, we've done all that. Now I need to go back to X. So I've got to put in the data that I'm thinking about. A lot in it. When you see how it all goes on, there's a lot to it. Normally I prepare this off air, but today I'm doing it because a member has requested it and done $100 super chat. And when that happens, it's a stop the show and do it now. All right, so that's what we're doing. I'm nearly there. It's scheduled to start now, so people are waiting already in the show. I'm now finishing off my social post. This is on X. And then I got to collect the data to do in the review. Run it through my models and we shall be there. Right, I'm writing out the questions and my thoughts on Ferrari at the moment for X. You will see it in a couple of seconds. And that's the last public post I need to do. And I prepare the information. Oops, refresh that. Okay. And one more data point, which is this one. All right. Okay, there's my social. So I'm going to click post all. Right, if you want to go and vote whether you like this stock or not, it's on my X. I'll give you my X link. There is my X. You can vote in the poll. I've got comments, thoughts, what this is going to be about. Okay, so this is what it looks like on X if you want to go and have a look. I've just given you the link in the chat. There's the analysis promo there. Right, now then what I've got to do is put together the data that I want to use, which will be starting with the dividend. Let's see if we got a dividend for race, RACE. Yes, we do. It's quite new as well. And we want to do a back test. Set this up as well. 100% against the S&P 500. Always worth doing that, because if you're going to invest on anything, any individual stock, you want to compare it of what it might achieve elsewhere. Analyze. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Hell. Hey. Bloody hell. Wow. Yeah. I know what Brian's thinking. He says, yeah, I know. Bloody hell. I know what you're thinking. 2016 when it went public. Wow. That's a pretty cool. Now I'm putting together the chart. Now I've got the news. Now I'm preparing the transcript. Analysis from Deutsche Bank. I don't want that. That's too much. I do want the latest earnings report. Okay, that, and I now want I'm going to run it through my analysis software. This will give me all the numbers and verified, so I know they're accurate. I'm running that through now. Got my factor grades. I don't need anything else from there. Now, this is where I said to you, I'm going to go one step further. I never do this, but I'm going to see if I can do it. This is where I get footage. I never do this, but let's see if I can do it live on the show, because I've got a way to do this now. I don't know if it's going to work, but we'll find out. Okay, let's see if this works. Ferrari. No results. Hang on. It's because it's copyrighted and they don't want. Is that a Ferrari? I don't think that's a Ferrari. They can't use the brand. I was hoping to. Use a Ferrari. I don't know if this is going to work, because that's bloody obvious. Yeah, they don't show you. They don't show you a brand. So I can't use the Ferrari car. That's a bloody shame. Never mind. Would have been very cool. No. If I use other cars, it will look silly that I've just haven't got the right thing. So I'm not going to do that. Right. So what I'm going to do now is I've got all the data I need. I need this software as well opened up. RACE. FARI. Euros. Okay, that's fine. Good. I've got the software. I've got everything I need, I think. Okay, we're good to go. So what we're going to do now, find an image of a leaping horse. Yeah. As I like it to be right, authentic. This is more interesting than watching a Mike Tyson fight, or maybe you're getting old. Yeah, we're all getting old, mate. Okay, so I think we're done. We're ready to go. So it's pinned to the top. We're going to go there now. So now you've seen me prepare everything. Let's see if I can get this right. So we're going to go for red lights. Studio is going to go red. There you go. That's there. I'm going to give you the link in the chat. Here it is. We're going to go there right now. It's already scheduled to start straight away. So I'll be up the moment I end. It'll be within 1 minute. I should be there. There it is. Set up waiting for publishing. Okay, great. That's tomorrow night, isn't it? So I will publish that later and send everybody to it. Thank you very much, Vaz. We all look forward to that. Excellent. Right. Ferrari is set. Look at the studio. Looks fantastic, if I say so myself. Might as well say, no one else will. So I'm saying it. You've all got the link in the chat. Make sure that this one goes to it. Let's pin it here. Next in the chat. Next. And we are good to go. So tune in now for Ferrari. Next, customize. Send everybody. I've got to be quick because I'm going to my spin class tonight, which is in an hour and 20 minutes. I've got plenty of time to do this. Upcoming. Right, there it is. Save. Right, we're good. So I'm going to end this now. We're going to go straight out of Ferrari, back to back, straight forward, straight through it. I don't think I've got loads of Teslas. Can't use Teslas, can I? That would be really weird. But I can't use that. I can use that though. I can use that. Right. Okay, good. So I'm going to end this now. The link's in the chat. It's pinned to the top and it'll take you automatically to Ferrari. We're going to go live now with my Ferrari. You've just seen me set it all up and now I'm going to do it. So hopefully you'll join me. Otherwise, what the hell was the point? It's all a waste of time. Hopefully it won't be a waste of time. You'll come and join me for that now. All right. So we're all set to go. I'm going to end this. It'll take you automatically there. So come and join me. If you are a member of the channel and you do a super chat for a minimum of, I think, is it $10 now, isn't it? $10, you can get a full analysis like this. If you do $100, you see what happens. Stops the show. We create one, jump straight to the top, and we do it straight away. So it's time for Ferrari. Join me. You're going to see me make it live, unedited, unscripted, straight in. Let's get ready to rock and roll. See you here in just 1 minute from now. Take care of yourselves and each other.